Hello, welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. We are here once again for another car launch, and today it is Ferrari. Just quickly before we get into it, sorry, I do have a cold. I sound like an animated figure, like a Kermit the Frog or something like that. But yeah, try and get through this without like sneezing or anything like that. But yeah, the Ferrari car, I think it's a bit of an interesting one. Because everyone on Twitter seems to absolutely love it. I mean, I've seen people like Matt Gallagher, WTF1, Arava, and you know, a lot of the Ferrari fans saying, 10 out of 10 livery and stuff like that. I just don't agree at all. I think this could be a massive livery. Like, obviously, Arava did a video on it. He titled his something along the lines of, like, best livery. Or something like that. I just don't agree. What are your thoughts on the car? We'll throw out some pictures. We'll break it down.
I like it. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's one of the best, but I do like it. I think just the little details for me, like the Italian flag under the 75 at the top, that little bit of black. I like that. I do like the Shell and the Saver sponsor on the side. I don't like the Ray-Ban. Don't like the way that's been positioned. Do like the Santander.
That's one of my biggest issues. The sponsoring positioning is horrific. This is probably just a render, though. Might move the sponsors a little bit, but just behind the front tyres, you've got Richard Mille, like Olar, something like that. Oyar. Don't know what it is, but yeah.
The Ferrari logo.
Ferrari logo. It's all just seems to be off, really off. This Shell logo looks like it's falling off the car. So Saver here, it's fine. Ray-Ban, I'm not a fan of at all. Santander, I don't like it there.
I do like the sponsors on the black bottom of the car.
I think this black square up here is just it's just really pointless. 75, commemorate it, but that just looks a bit shit there. And then the Italian flag, I think if you're going to include the flag, you put it somewhere like not as obvious. I don't mind an Italian flag, but either go little details and put it on the front or rear wings, like the insides or outsides.
I like that.
Or make it a larger part of the design, like make this whole, make a whole bit Italian,
but I do like
up and down.
I still do like that. But I think the sponsor placement on the bottom of the car is good.
I really don't like this Santander. I really don't like any of the sponsor even this sponsor placement on the back of the car is horrible. Don't mind Santander here. Don't think there's any point in having it on the side of the front, on the nose there.
Should we get into the
looking at the overall, like the back wing is just a plain black wing. Like there's no sponsorship on there. Which is true stunning. They might add something, but
I kind of like that.
I want Santander. I want a white rear wing with Santander on it, like it's like 2016 Ferrari.
Yeah.
2015, something like that.
I mean, front wing. Have you got that? Oh,
hold on.
What the hell have you done
there? There you
go.
The sponsorship placement here is really nice on the front wing.
Yeah, I really
think from a front angle, the Ferrari looks lovely. Black front wing, don't mind it. That's fine by me. Another of my biggest issues is the shade of red they've used. It's a lot darker than it usually is.
Is it? Or is that something to do with the lighting?
It might be due to the lighting. It might look brighter when we get on track. And then, of course, the numbering is horrific.
I haven't really seen it. Why is it in black?
Exactly.
Get it in white.
Why is it in black? I don't know why all the numbers on the side just seem to be either too big and then they're curving on edges, or they're too small and you can't see them.
Put numbers on a car, apart from Aston Martin and AlphaTauri and Red Bull. But some teams have done. I mean, McLaren, Ferrari, Haas.
McLaren's font was weird and the placement was horrible. Haas's were just like you might as well not have the numbers.
No.
And Ferraris, they're barely legible. So I really don't like that. I don't think it's anywhere near one of my favourites. I think it is massively overrated. I think that could be something to do with the fact it is Ferrari.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of expecting.
Obviously, there's a lot of Ferrari fans.
Red and black. Oh, this is cool.
I do think though. What should we do next? Should we do our ranking, or should we do where we think they'll be next season?
We'll do where we think we'll do that.
Fair enough.
Ranking. In terms of pace, I think they'll be right up there.
I think they could be, especially with the rumours coming out at the moment that Haas and Ferrari have found something with the air tunnels, which is apparently going to give them a big advantage.
Christ, like, have you seen that Haas car?
800ths apparently a lap, but it's like, well, okay, that's not a huge advantage. If Haas are 7 seconds off the pace, they're now 6.92, so that's brilliant for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Ferrari is going to be right up there, but I don't think they'll win a world championship. I don't think they'll be. I think Red Bull will be stronger. I just have a feeling that Red Bull powertrain is going to be really good.
Yeah, but
and the Red Bull car, I think with Adrian Newey, who is the master at getting it all right, I think they'll probably be quickest. But I do think Ferrari will be up there in terms of drivers' championship.
I think that Sainz may be better than Leclerc.
I think Leclerc got unlucky last season. That's why Sainz finished ahead of him. But if it was to go to a championship fight, I would back Sainz over Leclerc.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would call me stupid for that, but I just think experience matters a lot in a championship fight, and I don't know whether Leclerc's got the race management.
Hasn't been a championship fight, but
no, obviously Leclerc's won races, Sainz hasn't. You could throw that in the argument, but I don't think Leclerc's got the race management.
Yeah,
in races,
I think it'll be very close. I don't think one's going to be like massively better than the other, like a Verstappen, Perez, or a Hamilton, Bottas, or a Norris, Ricciardo last season. I do think it'll be very tight between the two of them.
Well, it's separated by like only a handful.
And I think they can definitely get second or third in the constructors.
Yeah, I think Ferrari and McLaren might jump Merc.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a 4-way title fight.
I guess we'll see. Right, should we put in our rankings then?
Yeah.
So, at the moment we have Haas with a 3 out of 10.
McLaren with a 6.
Williams also with a 6.
Yeah.
Red Bull with an 8. AlphaTauri with a 9.
Aston
with a 9. I don't think it's worse than the McLaren and the Williams. But I don't think it's better than the Red Bull.
So it's really tough for me.
So for me,
I agree with a 7.
I'd say a 7.
If it was me, and that's your opinion, I think that's worse than the Williams, but better than the McLaren. Obviously, that's a bit. You can't. There's no way you can differ.
Well, unless you put it on a 6 as well.
I'll say a 7. Do a 7.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy with a 7 out of 10. So yeah, puts it 4th out of 7th. 3 to go. Mercedes tomorrow. Alpine on Monday, and then Alfa Romeo next Sunday. That's
just why?
Yeah, making us wait for the Alfa Romeo to see Bottas's new championship winning car. That would be quality, by the way. If Alfa Romeo
are above Mercedes,
are above Merc, and actually give Bottas championship winning car, that'd be quality because he'd be number 1 driver as well. And then on top of all of that, some big news overall in Formula 1 today. Michael Massey has been replaced as Formula 1's race director, which is a move I personally don't agree with. You can call me biased or you want. I've got a Max Verstappen hoodie on. You do you. I'm not going to argue with you in the comments, but I don't think it was his. I don't think the blame should be put on him.
No,
at all. He followed the rules. Yes, okay, you're supposed to not let him pass. I think at that point he made a mistake in prioritising the glorification of the event rather than the sport. Like, he made it into entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier. His job is to make sure that we keep racing and that we can race. He kept us racing.
Yeah.
We went motor racing, Toto. And if you don't like, whether you like it or not.
I know Lewis fans obviously say, Lewis has had the championship, but over the course of the season, you can't deny that Max Verstappen was the better driver, I think. Like, obviously it was incredibly close, and not doubting that for a second, but over the season, Max Verstappen was more unlucky, and I think was
the one thing I look at as well is Max had the first part of the season, and then Lewis had the second. The second was a lot more
I wouldn't even say second part of the season. I'd say Lewis really turned up at Brazil.
Yeah, but I was saying the last part of the season.
For like the last 5 races.
Which is where it became controversial. And I don't know whether that's just because it was a championship or whether it was because, Lewis was dominating. You know, he was the faster driver. When Max was the faster driver, wasn't really too much about it.
Or was it an illegal engine? Dun, 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 conspiracy theory.
I think our Brazil engine was an absolute joke. I don't really know.
They might have. It's just a development, isn't it? But
hopefully that doesn't happen.
If it was illegal, then it wouldn't make a difference anyway going into the new season, because now engines are frozen until 2025, I believe. You're not allowed to make any improvements to the engine after this season.
Yeah.
Until 2025 or something like that. But yeah, that's about everything. I don't think Michael Massey overall deserved to lose his job though. No. I think it's too much pressure to put on one person.
Who do you know? Do you know anyone that will go in there?
There's two. He's been replaced by two guys. I don't know what then. I saw the names, but they're not anyone. It's not like they've replaced him with Ayrton. What's his face? Felipe Massa and someone like two huge names.
Yeah.
They're just random guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is, though, by the end of the season, they won't be known as random guys.
Obviously people will know their names because they'll be heard on the radio. But also, how's that going to work? When the Red Bull guy, Jonathan Wheatley, I think that's his name, calls up what both of them are going to answer.
That was the worst
three-way
argument.
Or one person can deal with Wheatley while the other deals with Toto.
I don't know whose decision the FIA
two-pronged attack.
The teams could contact the FIA.
No, but that's been a thing for years.
It's just we can see
this
it.
Season, you can now hear it, which I think made
great.
It's
so funny. I love it. No, Mike, this is not right.
Because I think the biggest controversy over the season was actually being able to hear what they were saying. Because there's definitely been said similar stuff said in the past.
Yeah.
But because you can't hear it, there's obviously no outrage over it. But
I think it was great. I loved listening to it.
No, Mikey, no.
And
not right.
Not even the last race, just all the races. I think Lewis shoved him off there. Max was way too aggressive in that corner. Just back and forth. It was great to watch.
But yeah, that's about everything for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on Ferrari, and tell me how wrong I am, or whether you agree with my opinion that the Ferrari has a bit of a meh livery. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the Mercedes livery.
See ya.